Hello, one Paul here. So today I'm going to be talking about the strategy that I talked about in the last video. Now I'm not going to go into the setup. If you guys want to follow the strategy, make sure you watch my setup video because I'm going to be going over, crypto, stocks, gold, and forex with this strategy. And the strategy works for depending on what you're doing it for. If you're dollar cost averaging or whatever, it works for different things for whichever asset. Today I'm going to be talking mainly about Bitcoin, but I might look at some other cryptos too. It's using the strategy that I talked about in yesterday's video. So what I want to do is to show you guys, well, I'll teach you guys this strategy on the day, but then I'll look at some lower time frames. I do not recommend, well, you could do it on the hour and maybe the 15-minute. It really depends on your trading. But the lower you go in the time frame with this strategy, the more you got to look at the charts. So it's all personal preference here. But anyway, today let me show you how to use this strategy using the two paid indicators to benefit from trading crypto. Okay, so this strategy is very simple. The reason why I have two paid indicators on here, and there's an alternative to Ghost Market Pro if those don't want to get both of these indicators, but definitely I recommend getting the buyers for the sellers with Trade Confident. But the reason why I say get Ghost Market Pro and to use the 90-95, it's basically moving average, but it will show you the trend. It will show you the main direction. It will show you where it is going. You always want to go with the trend, and this shows you what direction overall Bitcoin is going. Now, what we can see, what we can notice from the Ghost Market Pro here is we are still, if we go here, we're looking at the day, and we're still in an uptrend. That could change very soon if we go down here to about 39,000. That we will change into a downtrend if we break that. We are looking here on the day. So the whole point of the Ghost Market Pro is to see what the overall trend is. Now, how do you trade this? Now, there's different ways to trade Bitcoin. There's a lot of people that have different. You can leverage trade it. You can just dollar cost average. I'm going to kind of show you a scenario with both here. And the whole reason why I recommend buyers with the sellers here is I'm going to teach you the whole golden egg here strategy. You want to focus on the middle section of the buyers versus sellers. And you want to focus when this line is crossing that line. If it's going up, you want to be that point because this is the in-between point when the sellers become buyers and the buyers become sellers. It all depends on what that line is doing. If the line is going down, everybody's selling. If the line is going up, everybody's buying. So if you're looking at this on the day, you generally know what direction it's going. And I'll give you a couple examples here, and it's pretty simple to understand here. If we came in right here at this point, you see right here on the buyers versus sellers, it crossed down right here on the day. So if you cross down on the day right here, so that would be about this candle right here. So you would have been able to catch that before it happened. You would have been able to see that in the charts before it happened. So if you were leverage trading here, and if you got you can't make profit when it's going down. You can make profit if you're leverage trading, you can profit when it's going down, but you can't profit when it's going down when you're just holding or trading, that kind of thing. You lose money when it goes down. The only way to profit money when it goes down is to leverage trade. But let's say you did leverage trade at this point right here. For Bitcoin, this is when the yellow line crosses down. So this is the moment when the buyers became sellers and everything started tanking. It was in the charts. It was able to pick up on that if you had these indicators. So if you were leverage trading this move here, you could have rode this entire thing down and made 11% in profit by, leverage trading Bitcoin on the way down. And that's all by reading everything on a long term. Now, we are still in a uptrend. It's hard to believe, but we are still in an uptrend. Like I was saying, if Bitcoin drops below here, we're officially in a downtrend. And there really will, it will be a point of no return after if it crosses that, because it could go even lower at that point. But that's another topic. So what you want to look for in this strategy here is, first you want to look at it on the day. And you want to look for the moments when it's crossing from the sellers to the buyers. That is the point you get in for your trade. These trades, when you're doing it on the day, are long trades. Now, let me just give you an example of how long you have to hold this. And you're doing this on the day, you're going to be holding this for a while. See, the last time that this happened was right here. Right here, you see, this is the point when the sellers became buyers. And if you rode this entire thing out, if you bought here or you leverage traded it from this point right here on the day, and if you've been riding this entire time, you would have made a lot of money, especially if you're leverage trading. Now there are moments I'm gonna add this to it, but I definitely recommend focusing on the center here. But you can catch overbought and oversold moments by brief moments of it going down. So if you look here, and you see this yellow line that it's crossing down the green. So it's the same thing, but these moments are meant for small little pullbacks. So you can find the pullbacks here doing it this way too. So you could literally find the moment where it started going down right here. So that's what you use it for. Now, if you do this on the day, now for you to find the signal, it'll take a while. This was right here. The signal on the day was right here. This was October 15th. This was the last time. This was the signal of it going up. And it looks like very, very soon it's probably going to be going and breaking that moving average right here. So we could be entering into much lower territories. So just keep that in mind. So I want to kind of show you guys this on the day. Now, this is kind of the strategy I follow on the day when doing crypto and Bitcoin. Let me just go back just a little bit more and to show you this. Show you when it happens again. So we see that right here on the buyers versus sellers, the sellers become buyers at this point very briefly, but you come in at this point right here and you can ride it out for 4 days. This was a small one, but you still would have been in profit. So another thing that you could do in this strategy is dollar cost average, and you have a blueprint here of the best time to dollar cost average. It's basically doing the opposite of what the buyers and sellers are saying right here. Obviously, anything in the red zone is a good buying opportunity, and when it comes up here, it's a good selling opportunity, especially if you're doing this on the day. So let's look real quick at a good buying opportunity for Bitcoin. You could have bought down here and rode this entire thing up, and you would have been doing pretty good. Dip down here, and then you could have profit up there. Huge dip down here, and then you could have just waited for it to go up here, and you made more profit. So use the red zone to find, usually you can find good buying times. And when it goes up into the green territory, you can sell if you want to. You can use this method to buy in the red zone, sell in the green zone. You can use it to leverage trade when it's crossing the so if you wanted to leverage trade, like I was saying, right here, you could have done a sell order right about here and profited that way. So let's just look at some other, well, actually, what I want to do, let's just look at some lower time frames. Let's look at the 4 hour. Let's see, if you didn't want to do it on the day, if you didn't want to wait all that time, it will still work on lower time frames. So what we got to do, and when you look at a lower time frame, you can just tell we've been red. We haven't been in green for a while. See, right here, you see it crossing. You see it go from buyers to sellers right here. So this would have been the opportune moment to get in. If you wanted to leverage trade at that moment, you could have got in there. So let's see if we find any other moments, any good moments. I want to see the yellow line has got to have lived in the red zone here for a little bit before I even consider it a move. If it's up here, if it's been hanging up here in the green and it dips down and it's been down here a little bit, not really. I need to see it hanging out in the sell zone for a while before making a move. Like just right here is a good one. It's a good buying opportunity right down here, and then it goes up. So if you wanted to buy down here, sell up here, that would have been a good moment. Or you could have leverage traded right about here and made profit here. So let's look at this for the perspective of somebody that would want to do like daily scalps and things like that. I try to do this in all different time frames. So what we can tell, what I look for is it has to hang out in the upper part for a while, or the lower part. And the buyers have to become sellers, or the sellers have to become buyers. And it's important to look at your Ghost Market Pro to know the overall direction here. So what we can see right here, we see right here the buyers become sellers. So you could ride this whole thing out in a leverage trade. You won't make money any other way doing it here, but you could ride this whole thing out and make profit on that. So let's look at some other cryptos here. I don't want to make this all about Bitcoin. Let's look at XRP. Let's see if this works for XRP. So what we can see with XRP, it's hanging out in the green zone, crosses down there, and this would be a good leverage trade right here. You could ride the whole thing out here. You could ride it. You see it crossing down. The buyers become sellers at this point, and you could ride the whole thing out. So that would be a trade. That would be a trade for a leverage trade, for a scalp. Now, what I like looking at is it has to hang out in the bottom or the top part for a while, not just a bounce. I need to see it hanging out in the bottom for a while or up for a while before I see any move up. Now, like I was saying here earlier, you can also benefit on bottoms and tops with this, but it's harder to find these moments. Like right down here, you see it, XRP in the bottom here, and you see it crossing to the top. This would be a bottom, and you can see it, you can get a quick retracement right here. So you can find those moments. Let's see if we can find any retracements. As many retracements as we can. It has to go below this bottom line here or this top line here, and it has to come passing back through it. So we see that, and these moments are very brief, depending on what time frame you're doing. But we see that the line is crossing right here for a little retracement. You could definitely pick this one up, and this is a short little scalp right here. Now we also see it in the uptrend. What I look for is it getting up here and then coming down. That's not really a good example right there, but let's just look at another one here. That's not, because that's just a little bounce. And XRP is really volatile. You really don't know which direction it's going to be going. So that is kind of XRP, and kind of looking at an XRP. You can do this on the day, like I've been saying, and you can hold longer trades. But if you hold longer trades, it'll benefit. But what we can see is XRP is going down, probably because everything is going down. But what you want to look for is the moment where it goes from red to green or green to red. We can find any of those. Here's a moment where it goes down. This is a good couple days trade here. You see it come down here. This is a retracement, so you see that's a good one right there. You see, this is why I like doing it on the day. You see it crossing here. You see it go from seller to buyer, and basically you can come in right here, and you could ride this whole thing out, be in profit. That's a big weight right there, though. I like doing it on the day, especially with crypto. You get more data doing it on the day and focusing on the day with crypto. But, if you focus on the day, you may find times where you're waiting for the signal. And if the signal's not there, definitely go down to the 6 hour, and then the 4 hour, and then the 1 hour. And I don't do anything lower than the 1 hour with doing this strategy with crypto. But let's just see real quick. Let's just do some examples. Did I do that one? I think I did that one. Okay, so we see right here that the sellers are becoming buyers at this point right here, and you can ride that one up right there. You see the buyers right here. The buyers become sellers right here, and you can ride this whole thing out. So you can use this to dollar cost average whatever crypto you want. You can use it for Bitcoin. You can use it for whatever crypto you want. So if you don't want to leverage trade or anything, you can use it to find those good gains. So right here in the red zone, good buying opportunity. Good buying opportunity in the red zone, and sell once it goes up into the green zone. So you can do this to, take profits when it goes up. You can use this for leverage trading. And yeah, that's about it. So that's how you trade, and that's how you find all the good moments. Like I said, buyers and sellers indicator is very recommended for the buyers and sellers is recommended for this to work. Otherwise, you would have to know how to trade and all that. But let's real quickly, before I go, let's just look at Ethereum. We'll look at Ethereum real quick. These are like the top coins. Not Bitcoin, Ethereum. Ethereum. Okay, well, let's just look at this. So same thing. The Ghost Market Pro is meant to show you the overall trend. Everything is pretty much moving with Bitcoin. Right now, it looks like Ethereum might be crossing down. So from the point of this video, it looks like Ethereum might be entering a little retracement and a little downtrend. So you might be able to catch Ethereum going down for the 1 or 2 or a couple days from now. So you might find a good leverage trade right here, because Ethereum looks like it's going down into the red zone. The buyers are becoming sellers at this point. And let's see if we can find another moment on the day. Okay, so you see that the sellers are becoming buyers at this point, and then you just ride the whole thing out. So anyway, I think you guys get the general idea of how this works. It's very, very powerful. Well, it's very powerful, especially if you're using it to trade crypto with. So anyway, you use the Ghost Market Pro indicator to figure out what the overall direction is. You use the buyers versus sellers to find good points to get in for trades. When it's down in the red zone, when the line is crossing between the red zone to the green zone, those are good zone moments. You want to find the moments when the sellers are becoming buyers and the buyers are becoming sellers. And you can also use this to dollar cost average and collect profits at the top. Obviously, it has to go. The line has to go down to the bottom to the buy. Well, it's not the buy zone. It's the sell zone. It's the sell zone, which is the recommended time to buy, and then when the line goes up into the green zone, it's a good time for profit taking. But anyway, this is the strategy, a pretty good strategy for trading crypto, whether you want to dollar cost average, whether you want to leverage trade, or you just want to look at the overall market. I do this on the day. I look at it on the day first, and if the disadvantage here of doing it on the day is the signal for it to cross. It might take a while. So if you don't find the signal, go down to 6 hour, then the 4 hour, and then the 1 hour, and you should find some good scalps between there. So if you're doing it on the hour, you'll definitely find more daily scalps and things like that. But anyway, I'm going to go over the strategy 3 more times with the other assets, so definitely check out those videos. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos.